Hi there, Cheryl here. We're going to do a demonstration on the quick dip system, and this is how the kit comes. You can see we've got some clear powder, we've got the glue, we've got the cure, a file, some tips, and a little bit of glue to glue the nail tips on right there. And we're going to open this up and go through the products. Back, here's your instructions, and they come two-fold, so you can see the inside with all the steps walking you through how to use the product. And first off, we've got the nail tips, which are French. So if you want the French look, you'd use these. If you want the other, you'll have to order some regular. Here's the glue, the instant nail glue that's used to glue the French tips on. This is the brush-on glue that we paint on, and we dip it into this clear powder. And we use the cure to spray. Here's a file that comes with the kit, but I've preferred to use this one from the Nail Tech store. And it says nailtechcourse.com. You can order it through nailtechstore.com. And that's the kit, so we're going to get started. Okay, so we're back. And on the back of the booklet of instructions is the first application. And what we're going to do is sort of read these out and follow them, but I'm going to be doing my first one a little bit differently because I'm going to be doing it as a natural nail overlay and not gluing on a French tip. So the first one is to wash your hands, and using the black file, remove the shine from the natural nail. And we actually, like I said, are going to use this one to do that. And my handy little assistant is going to open it for me and get it out of the package because it's sanitized. It's nicely packed away, and this is what we're going to use. And there's two sides to it. The side without the writing is the softer side. The side with the writing is the more abrasive side. So we're going to use the soft side on our nail. So I'm passing the camera to my little assistant, and she's going to focus in on this fingernail right here. So I'm actually going to hold it like this, and we're going to glide it towards, because if you pull away you tend to cut yourself on your cuticle. So this way we want to make sure that we've gotten all the skin and oils off the nail. I'm not using much pressure at all, just very, very gentle, and just gliding it over the whole nail to remove all the natural oils, because the product will not stick if there's any oils or cuticle on the nail at all. Okay, so we just wipe that off. And the first thing we are going to do is open our products and get them in front of us here. Okay, you've got that all in there? Okay, right over top is good. Okay, so we take a little bit of the brush-on glue and we just apply it to the nail. Just like that. We paint it on like polish, and we dip it in the powder and just tap it off a little bit. Okay, so our nail is now covered with powder. We don't want any on our cuticle. Take the product, the glue again, and see how it transforms into clear. You don't want to paint this on the nail at this time because it will pull all of the product off. So we're just letting it absorb into the powder all around the nail. A little bit thick here, so I'm just going to take some of that off so I don't have a lump. Okay, you've got that in there all right? Okay, there we go. We don't want a shadow. Okay, so now that we've done that, we take our Activator Spray. Where's the camera? Is that in there? Okay, and turning it away from the powder. You don't want to spray in your powder, so just give it a couple of sprays, and this actually cures the glue. Okay, let me back up. I'm only doing one nail. If I was doing all four, I would have done all four and my thumb, held them together like this, and sprayed all five at the same time. But for demonstration purposes, we're only doing one, because this broken up one I'm going to put a tip on and show you that after. So that's why you go like that and spray into the hand, okay? So you can see that it looks a little bit crystallized. So we take the brush and we paint it on. Just like that. And we dip it one more time into the powder, tap off the excess. Okay, and then we take the glue again and we just tap into it and let it spread around. And it absorbs into the powder. If you paint, you'll scrape all the powder off onto the brush, and then when you put it into the bottle, it will harden all the glue in the bottle, so you don't want that to happen. Just make sure you keep your cuticle area clean. Okay, move the powder out of the way and give your nail a little spray to harden. Okay? Okay, so now that that's hardened, we're going to take the brush again and just paint down to solidify everything we've just done. Remember to keep away from the cuticle. You don't want to go right up onto the cuticle. You just want to bring it around like that. I don't mean to keep putting my hand in front of the camera, sorry. And we're going to spray it again. And you can do that a couple of times to smoothen the surface out, and then you take your buffer or your file and buff it again with the soft side just to smooth it, and then you can do one more coat after of the paint on glue again, this one, and do one more coat of that and spray it, and that should make it nice and smooth. So let's see, yeah, it's nice and dry already. See how fast that dried? Yeah, that's good. And one more. This helps to fill in all the gaps and divots, and spray it again. Now, when I'm doing one nail, I'm actually spraying the one, it's actually spraying all of them, which is wasting the product. So if you want to get best use out of your product, it's best, like I said, to hold your hand like this and to make sure that you get all 5 of them at the same time. So that way you're not wasting the product and you can do a lot more fills out of the product instead, okay? So that's nice and dry. So what we're going to do is take our file, let's put the lids on our product first so that we don't spill any of it. Okay, and put it out of the way. Okay, now we take our file and we're going to file our nail again towards you this way. Now if you can see where some of it is chalky and some of it is shiny, can you see that? Okay, so the shiny parts are dips and the part that's chalky is the height. So what you want to do is make it all chalky looking. So if you can hold that camera where you can see me filing here, we'll show them how to file and make it completely smooth. So when you put the polish on, you won't have any dips, because if you have dips and it shows now, it's for sure going to show with bright red nail polish. Well, any polish for that matter, but we're going to use red today. Okay, so just tightening it up around the edges, making it nice and rough looking. Can you see the shine here and the chalkiness there? So we're going to make sure that we get all that shine away. And this is so easy. Everybody can do this. If you can paint your nails with polish, you can do this method. Okay, so if you can see a little bit has gone onto the edge there, we're just going to take the file and come underneath it and make it nice and smooth. And we're going to smooth the top. You can feel. Can you hear how hard that is? That's a nice solid nail now. And we're going to get the side. Okay, can you film from up top, please? There you go. And maybe watch your shadow so that we can keep it in the light. Good. My little assistant who's filming is my daughter, and she is learning to be a nail tech as well. But she's got a bit of a ways to go because she is only 11. So she's starting by learning some basic techniques like polishing. So we're going to do a pedicure after this, and we're going to have a girls' day. What I was doing there is just trying to get the little bit out from underneath that snuck in under. So if we can show you in there how nice and thin that nail is. Not quite so close because it'll get blurry. Here you go. And you can see there's a tiny bit of shine on a couple of spots. We're just going to finish that up, taking that away, and then we're going to do one quick coat and spray and let it dry, and it will be ready for polish. So this is the quick dip method. As you can see why, it's very quick, and you dip it into the powder, you paint it with the resin, and you're done. So make sure you have no dust because the dust will leave lumps. Okay, so now let's go back. At this point we do not have to dip again, so we're just going to paint the nail. Now I did two dips, two dips, but if you only want one, that's fine. One will also leave it strong. Okay, so that's done. And that nail is finished. You see that? Let's just get it a little bit closer there. So that nail is finished. And our quick dip method. Okay, so now we're going to do this middle one with a French tip.